Peyton, now that you've had a couple days to just kind of ruminate on Game 2, what's one thing that you kind of, like the team as a whole, kind of regrets, wishes they had done a little bit better?
I think mainly just taking care of the ball. I think we had 20 turnovers and 13 of them were steals. So just being cleaner with the ball, and not being, as lackadaisical. And I think next time we come out, we will do that.
How was it just getting a day off and just be able to get away from it and then have the extra day to get ready before you go to LA?
It was cool. I mean, I don't think a lot of us took a day off. I think everybody was pretty much in here getting work in. But it was definitely, it's always good to have a day to reset, watch film, and kind of, have takeaways from the game without being in the heat of the moment still. So I think it was good.
Peyton, 2 games, and is this series going any differently than what you expected before it started?
Nah, I knew it was going to be a dogfight. In both games at this point could have gone either way, so I expect more of that, and the more detailed team and the team that plays harder will win.
There's momentum swings in every series, obviously. The Clippers taking home court is one of them. Is this group feeling pressure as you head to LA, or is it kind of business as usual and you guys are going to go out there and play well?
I mean, it's definitely business as usual. Obviously, we know that they got a great, fan base, and they're going to be there. They're going to be cheering. It's going to be rocking there, but we're ready for anything. It's just another game for us. So we got to go in there, be focused, and with our hard hits on.
When you guys look back at the film of Kawhi and the game that he had, is there anything you guys felt like you could have done better against him, or was it really just one of those where he has kind of enough yards to show?
I think we did play solid defense for the most part. I mean, I think they felt a little bit comfortable and that there wasn't enough resistance. So, I mean, I look forward to contributing to that here in Game 3, and then other guys as well, especially when someone comes off a career game like that. That was one of the more impressive performances that I've ever seen shoot-wise. So I think everybody's, eager and excited to guard him.
What's the hardest part about guarding Harden?
The hardest part, I mean, I think is just the pressure he puts on you not to foul. He's just obviously he's the greatest ever at drawing fouls. A lot of guys pattern their games off of him now, but just what he's been able to do throughout his career drawing fouls. So I think that combined with the fact that he's so unpredictable and his deceleration's amazing. I mean, he's just a really complete player offensively. He's got one of the best floaters in the league, if not the best. Shoots the hell out of the ball. He makes tough shots. I mean, he's just a really, really good guard.
We haven't heard from DA yet, but if Mike is not available, or what changes for you?
Just being ready to play more, being prepared to be counted upon more, and that's something that I always look forward to. I never take the responsibility for granted, so I'm ready for whatever comes, and hopefully he can play and that it's not too severe, but if he can, I'm ready.
You mentioned the fan base, and you grew up in SoCal. They used to share a building with the Lakers. They have their brand new, awesome building. Have you noticed a difference in the Clipper fan base, knowing that the Lakers are still the top dog when it comes to hoops, but obviously the Hall of Famers they have? Has it changed in your mind or through your friends and family out there?
I think there's just a new kind of revitalized energy, just them having their own building. I think when it was sharing buildings, obviously there's more Laker fans, I think, than Clippers fans just because of the history the Lakers have. So for them to have their own building now and, a place for their fans to call home, I think that just, it makes the pride in the team way, way better. So I think that it's a great, obviously, facility, and I'm excited to play there.
Do you think your length can bother Kawhi a little bit?
1,000%, yeah. No, like I said, I'm looking forward to the challenge. I think I guarded him 2 possessions where he shot the ball last game. One, he hit a real tough shot on me, and the other one I got to stop. So I don't know how many more shots he missed that game, but I think that I could definitely disrupt him with my length and what I do on that end.
Did you realize he was that strong?
Yeah, look at him. It's Kawhi Leonard, but nah, dude's amazing. I think a lot of people joke about it all the time, like he's like a robot, but nah, he really is that strong. He's just a super gifted and hard-working athlete, so that's the result of that.
Peyton, you mentioned how the Clippers have their own building, kind of changing and revitalizing the fan base. You played there twice. A whole bunch of talk about how it's just an incredible place to play. What were your takeaways from being to it down?
Playing there, just I mean, the technology was amazing. You know, how their seats will light up when they score, just like everything, bro. The sound system, the Jumbotron's unbelievable. They obviously spent a pretty penny on it, but I mean, it's definitely somewhere, you know, it's cool to play there, but at the end of the day, it's a hardwood basketball floor and 2 rims, bro.
There's obviously a lot of attention being paid to Joker and Jamal on a lot of these offensive possessions. There are a couple times where they sent 3 guys to just guard them 2-on-3. What can the other 3 guys on the court continue to do, spacing-wise, cutting-wise, to free up some pressure for them?
I think just giving those guys as much space to work as possible, and if they're willing to go, you know, all the way across the court or guard with 3 or 4 guys, you know, being ready to shoot and being ready to make the shot. I think that it's a super simple game. You know, you have great players like how we do and Jamal and Joker. They draw that attention, and it makes it easier for everybody else, or it should. So I'm looking forward to knocking down some big shots.
Take one more. You got it? Thanks, Peyton.
Thank you, Peyton. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Let me take it together.